Yo, still bills. Listen to Dizzle, man. I'm fresh off the clockage. I'm going to Texas Roadhouse today, man. Every day I get paid. Every Friday I get paid. I treat the fam to something to eat. I want to Texas Roadhouse is probably my favorite spot right now. I frequent that spot more than anywhere at this point in time in my life. But that's where I'm going now, man. But peep game, man, we got to get into this shit, man, because this shit is bothering my soul, man. Like, bro, what the fuck would give Gervonta Davis the nerve and audacity and the unmitigated gall to clap at Tim Bradley's being inducted into the Hall of Fame? That's nerve. That is nerve, bro. Like, I'm oh damn. I'm astonished that he can sit there with a straight face and make a tweet brushing off Tim Bradley's Hall of Fame resume and him being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Tim Bradley is a multi-division champ. How many straps has Tank caught in multiple weight classes? None. All right, cool. So let's take we can just take his 147. We ain't even got to talk about Devin Alexander. We don't even got to go back that far. We don't even have to go back that far. We don't. We can just talk about his wins at 147 pounds. Like it or not, I certainly don't agree with it, but he has a win over Manny Pacquiao, the number 2 in the sport, in the division of the previous era. He has a win in there. He has a win over him. This was a prime Manny Pacquiao. Now, do I think he won that fight? Absolutely not. But he was still able to make it a competitive bout. That takes a certain level of skill set to be able to do. You have to be of a certain ilk to be competitive in that fight. Jesse Vargas was not competitive when he fought Manny Pacquiao. Adrian Broner was not competitive when he fought Manny Pacquiao. There's a multitude of fighters who was not competitive when they fought Manny Pacquiao. Miguel Cotto was competitive until that second knockdown, and it was all downhill for him after that. Tim Bradley was in a position where he can at least make it competitive and make it on one judge's scorecard, you know, or 2 judges' scorecards, a victory for him. That was ridiculous, though. And I think wasn't CJ Ross a part of it? Ooh, oh man, she was the worst. She was the absolute worst. That was terrible. So, all right, never mind Manny Pacquiao. Let's go and talk about the dude who outlined Manny Pacquiao in chalk. Let's go and talk about him. Because Tim Bradley clear as day beat that dude. There's no debating as to who won that fight. He counterpunched the counterpuncher, dog. Tim Bradley clear as day beat Juan Manuel Marquez, and like even now I'm online arguing with some dude. Oh man, who's his best win? Juan Manuel Marquez, as if Juan Manuel Marquez isn't one of the greatest Mexican fighters of all time and was a pound for pound caliber talent when he fought him. What in the fuck? He was looked at as well. Either number two or number 3 top counterpunchers in the sport at the time when Floyd was fighting. Juan Manuel Marquez, multi-division world champion, a stellar resume. What the fuck are you talking about? Who's his best win? Juan Manuel Marquez? Like, are we serious right now? Are we serious right now? And then let's dive back into nobody. After you become an established champion, there's certain fighters that you just like, nah, man. Unless I absolutely have to fight that motherfucker, I'm not about to go and fight this dude. I'm not doing it. This dude went back and fought Ruslan Provodnikov after he beat Manny Pacquiao. This generation doesn't understand how scary Ruslan Provodnikov is. Like, the tales that they tell you about Artur Beterbiev and just how traumatic it is to get in there and spar him, the myth surrounding Ruslan Provodnikov was somewhat equivalent to that. Oh, he knocked out a donkey. Oh, he carried his car up an icy road during a snowstorm in Russia. Shit like that. just to add to their mystique. And he didn't make it any better when you got in the ring with him because of how destructive he was. He went back and fought that motherfucker after he beat Manny, just to further prove himself. Like, nah, ain't no fluke over here. He has one loss, 2 losses to one man, Manny Pacquiao. Before him, nobody has stopped Brandon Rios, including Manny Pacquiao. And he beat him, we stopped him with body shots. Tim Bradley he didn't have pop like that up top. And you stopped Brandon Bam Bam Rios to the body? What are we doing? What are we doing? Jesse Vargas, what are we doing? Beat the shit out of Jesse Vargas. He got robbed against Diego Chavez. That was a robbery. Tim Bradley beat the ever-living shit out of Diego Chavez. Beat the fuck out of him. They saw his eye because of those head clashes or what. Tim Bradley, man, listen. What the fuck are we talking about here, bro? What are we talking about? Tim Bradley did that man greasy. Greasy. And you about to sit here and tell me Gervonta Davis with one solid win on his resume. One solid win on his resume. 2 divisions below. No. 4 divisions below which Tim Bradley campaigned at his best. Is not only better than Tim Bradley, but would beat Tim Bradley. Now, he didn't say that he would beat him. But when you call somebody ass, bro, and then you got your sycophants up here once again going to fucking war with you on these fantasy fights, that right there is like, all right, bro, you burnt the fuck out. What the fuck would Tim Bradley look like having a fucking barn burner with goddamn what's that fool's name? Leo Santa Cruz. He'd have knocked Leo Santa Cruz out. Rolly Romero is not winning a round against Tim Bradley. Not winning a round whatsoever. He's not winning a round against Tim Bradley. Won't happen, Captain. But the thing is this, man, and this is what was pissing me off about Stephen Espinoza at his press conference. They continue to talk about this dude like being the top dog at 135 pounds when he has yet to prove it. He has not fought an imminent threat in his division yet. Pedraza was a good win, but how many years ago was that? Are you trying to remove the stain of what Floyd Mayweather told Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney? Are you trying to remove that stain off of your jacket? Leave Tank alone and y'all go fight each other? Are you trying to remove that? Because I still ain't seen you try to necessarily remove the stain of allowing Floyd and Leonard and all them niggas allowing you to swerve past goddamn Tevin Farmer and Lomachenko. Those are the type of fights that he would not only need to fight but win, and if not win, at least be competitive in before we can even mention him in the same breath of a Tim Bradley. Do y'all know what Tim Bradley would do to Tank Davis at 147 pounds? At 140. But once again, he is so comfortable with his fans fighting the battles for him that he doesn't. Yo, shit, I ain't got to do nothing. My fans go hold me down in the comment section and on the Facebook forums, on my IG live videos, on all social media platforms I'm on. My fans got me. It's asinine. It's asinine. Y'all want Canelo to fight everybody in concession, but Tank can get away with fighting Rolly and Isaac Cruz and Leo Santa Cruz and bring Hector Garcia up from 130. That's okay with y'all. Gamboa, that's okay. That's cool with y'all. That's cool. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. It is nerve and audacity. If Tank retires tomorrow, he will be forgotten a month later. Put it like that. Put it like that. This dude has no notable wins. I just don't get how somebody they don't even try to present logic. I had somebody tell me, oh man, Tim Bradley was a forgotten about welterweight. He never unified. You know, he was never undisputed in that era. I'm like, Floyd and Manny wasn't undisputed, and Manny never unified his damn self. How are we gonna hold Tim Bradley account? How are we gonna hold him responsible for that when them niggas didn't even do it? He gets knocked for not going undisputed or being unified, but Manny Pacquiao and Floyd don't. Floyd was unified, okay. Never undisputed. Manny was never, neither of the two. But we lambast Tim Bradley for that. What in the entire fuck? Wow. Wow. Man, it is wild listening to these dudes get on here and say the shit that they say. Him losing to Manny Pacquiao 2 times looks better on his resume than Pedraza does on Tank's. Why? Because he has a trilogy with Manny Pacquiao. And more times than likely, for you to even get to a point where you can have a trilogy, you have to at least have one of the 3. And he did that. And even in the trilogy, those were competitive bouts. But if we want to go to a win that he got, that it was undisputed, there's no win on Tank's. I don't even think there's a fighter available in Tank's weight class that can equate to Juan Manuel Marquez at his peak. I don't think that there is one. And that would include Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson. As of now. As of now. You can say Lomachenko. You can say Lomachenko because of just how declarated he is and how proven he is at the time for the time being. Multi-division champion, the skill set, everything. He has a more vast resume, and he's fought at the highest level since his second fight. You can make that argument with Vasily Lomachenko. Because all the shit that he's been able to do in under 20 fights. You can make that argument, but even then, he refuses to fight Lomachenko. So who are you going to argue in favor of Tank? Who? They don't even try to make this shit logical, bro. It's fanboyism. It's fucking fanboyism. It's fanboyism. How the fuck does somebody like Tank clap at Tim Bradley, bro? How does he do that? Comfortably out the... What would Tank do with Tim Bradley? We ain't even got to put them in the ring. What has Tank done to rival Tim Bradley? To where you would say, man, I did that. Well, you can say, I did that. How was Tim in the Hall of Fame? I did that, and I'm still writing my story. What has Tank done to say that? To give him that type of, that spunk to say, man, he ain't shit. He ain't shit. Really? Tim Bradley gets in the Hall of Fame? Him? Tank has done nothing that would make any sane person turn their nose up at him for getting inducted into the Hall of Fame and be in agreement with Gervonta Davis on his stance on him being inducted into the Hall of Fame. That is absurd, bro. That is absurd. Tim Bradley is leaps and bounds ahead of Tank Davis. Leaps and bounds, and it's not even close. It's not even close. It's not even close. Tank is an established fighter. He is a former world champion. There is no excuse why he should be fighting the fighters that he's fighting now. I could even get away with you fighting goddamn Ali Rivera. I could deal with that. Ali Rivera is a far cry between goddamn Rolly Romero, a far cry from goddamn Leo Santa Cruz, who didn't even belong up there at 130 pounds. He's a far cry than fucking Isaac Cruz, as we saw, because Isaac Cruz turned down that drama. You can at least start with Ali Rivera. That's the least you can do. The least. But you don't want to do that. Ryan Garcia, I'm not mad at. I'm not mad at. But let's say both of these niggas continue their career the way that they are. Neither one of them are going to be in the Hall of Fame. And nobody's going to... Okay, Ryan Garcia. Who is Ryan Garcia be? He has a good win at Luke Campbell. That's a damn good win. But now what else? Tank and Ryan Garcia have one good win. The difference was Tank just so happened to do it to a champion. Ryan did it to a contender. They're good wins, but it's nothing memorable. Nothing memorable. I just don't understand. Bro. How dare you disrespect Desert Storm like that, man? That shit don't make no goddamn sense. That makes no sense. That is blasphemous. That is blasphemous. And the fact that I have these tank fanboys hopping on my fucking posts that I made, it's a testament to how delusional these dudes are in the manner in which they hold Tank at. I remember seeing a fucking meme from like either, I want to say last year, yeah, I think it was last year, talking about who would win out of Tank and Zab Judah. Are you kidding me? Zab Judah? Tank is going to be competitive with Zab Judah? Tank is a good fighter, but he still has a lot to prove. And for him to even be talking about retirement after he gets Shakur and Devin, the dude has a lot to prove before we can sit up here and justify his slanderous remarks as to Tim Bradley getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. Because that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Oh my God. That, bro. Tank Davis, bro. Jose Pedraza. Do you know Ruslan is a better win than Jose Pedraza? Devin Alexander is a better win than Jose Pedraza. Jesse Vargas is a better win than Jose Pedraza. Brandon Rios is a better win than Jose Pedraza. And these are wins that are under his Marquez win and Manny Pacquiao win. Don't ever sit up here and disrespect Tim Bradley getting into the Hall of Fame. Oh, he wasn't a punch. Everybody's mad at him that he got the victory he got over Manny Pacquiao. And I understand it because I was mad about it. But nonetheless, he got that. And how did he redeem himself? By going in there and getting a concussion with fighting Ruslan Provodnikov, trying to prove his worth. And then beating the shit out of Juan Manuel Marquez. Don't ever disrespect Tim Bradley, Tank Davis, when you ain't did a fraction of what that man did, bro. Whew, man, y'all niggas is bugging right now, man. I'm outie.